Hi, I'm Meg Author. I'd like to introduce you to this YouTube channel, and I'll be having a four-part series with this channel explaining various different ways how to write, because the core of this series will be definitely to help all ages, all experiences to write. Now, to further along to the path of writing, I feel there are four different series I can help you with. And I'm going to explain it as a tree. So the roots is going to be grammar, the base is going to be writing methods, and the leaves are going to be two different series. It's going to be personal stories and my stuff. Now, let's go back to grammar. Ugh, grammar. Ugh. Yes, I'm going with grammar. I hopefully won't bring you back to the horrible lessons you'll be learning from elementary to middle to high school, but I can assure you, this is important. To even have a great TV series, a song, a book, a movie, there has to be great grammar. You have to understand the basics. And yes, I will have a few videos on that. I will try my best not to be dry, monotone. I promise I will do my best to make sure it is entertaining, because I had this great college professor who spent all her time explaining to us exactly the great mechanics and how to tell the difference between to, in and on, there and there. And that's just a few examples. Pronouns, adjectives, adverbs, independent clauses, independent or dependent clauses, excuse me, fanboys, punctuation. I'll also be reading from two different books. I will quote them and discuss them when I get to that point, but right now we will continue on to the base of the tree, writing methods. I have various writing methods, and I'd like to start with saying copyright. I will promise every writer that I will be discussing in the comments section, I will be mentioning where I got this information. There will be the author's name. It will be a link to probably Amazon. I'm not exactly sure just yet. I'll probably say Amazon, where you can buy the book or go to the library to look at this book yourself, because I don't want to spend a lot of time in every single book, because I rarely rather spend my time on the methods and how to make you write better and how to get better and to understand better about the journey of writing. Because a lot of people, I understand, I even was at that point. You want to be at the end. You want to be published and famous and have $1 million, and you want to have a huge house, and you want to be richer than the Queen of England. And of course, I'm giving you the lovely examples of J.K. Rowling. I apologize if I butchered her name. Anyways, you have to go through a very difficult, traumatic, happy, sad, every adjective you can think of through writing. And to be quite honest, yes, that lovely place of publishing is wonderful, but you have to go through this entire process. And yes, grammar, I think, is an excellent beginning point. The writing methods, you can use the entire writing process, but publishing is a totally different beast, and I'm not even published yet. I am working toward it, and I promise that I'll be getting there very soon. I'm sorry if I did anything wrong with my hands. I'm very handsy, as you notice, and I'm trying to minimize that, but it's very hard for me. I'm very animated. Please, hopefully that won't annoy you. Sorry, tangent. Moving on. So, the writing methods, I promise you that I will be commenting because I respect copyright. I do not want to plagiarize. Everything will be in the comments section. Now, because I have been collecting a lot of this information since 2005, I can't promise you I don't even remember the original author. It might not even be out there anymore. There is a lot of websites that, yes, I want to go back and read more articles. They're no longer in service. So I will say, if I can't remember the author or where I got this source, I'm going to say it's lost on the world web. Do I expect you to research it and find it? You can do that on your own time, but I don't want you to sit there and waste my time or waste your time and try and find it. It's just, it's out there. People repeat themselves many, 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 many times. And unfortunately, like I said, I didn't pay attention enough in the past to make sure I had all the right information. Now I do. I pay attention very carefully. I even have links and I know who the authors are and I know exactly how to get this information and help you get there. But a lot of this stuff, like I said, I had since 2005. A lot of these books are old and I'll be reading from some of them. But again, old does not mean the relevance dies. It means they're time capsules and they're just as useful as new stuff. And for example, behind me is report folders, this blue ones. I have more of my new information in report folders that I've printed from the internet. Before you kill a million trees for all these articles I might be sharing with you or reading with you, make sure you'll actually be using it because I'm teaching myself the same exact thing. I'm a printing fanatic. I love having things in print. Obviously behind me as well as some other things I've printed. That doesn't mean you have to copy me. Everything I will probably say, and I'll have these silly little tangents, do not copy me. If you want to, then by all means, you can have a big bookshelf like this, full of stuff with stationery. That's my favorite chess set behind me. This is a lot of books I've had since college, and I've collected in the past couple years. You don't have to copy me. It's okay. If anything, I just want you to hear from me where I've got a lot of my methods and tactics and different ideas how to write better because I feel that I can make this happen. And now I'm going to the leaves of the tree, and this is where the heart of this story is. I've heard so many young, old, all the different ages writers saying that I can't write a book. I don't have time. I don't know where to start. There's a million stories out there. But not yours. Let this sink in. Not yours. Because to be quite honest, you probably have that story like Avatar. Okay, fine. But how are you going to explain the elements? How are you going to explain the government? How are you going to explain the different types of the good, the bad, the evil kind of elements? How are you going to explain the main character? How are you going to explain the side characters? Again, I'll explain this more in my method section, the base of the tree, but when it comes to the leaves and why exactly this is happening, these videos, is because I feel, my heart of hearts, for many years, I actually wanted to be a part of a writing group. I actually wanted to develop a writing group in my hometown. Unfortunately, with a lot of people, they don't have time, they don't want to go, and sometimes being free, people get a little concerned, and then all of a sudden it's going to get into all these different ideas and issues. So that's why I'm doing this online, and I'm hoping that you will try to subscribe and like and resume helping me to help you. Because I also want to mention that I will not say subscribe in every single video. I hate that in every YouTube channel that I fall in love with or I'm starting to get used to, that the YouTuber will all of a sudden just stop in the middle of their discussion and say, subscribe, subscribe. Oh, look at this person, look at that person, look at this product. Let me like your video first. In the beginning, in the middle, stay on your topics, just explain yourself, and at the end, say subscribe. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to do that. No, nope, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say subscribe either in the comments or right here. This is the only video I'm going to say subscribe because I want to get to the point. I want to show you how to get better and then develop your craft in the videos instead of every single one just saying, subscribe to me, subscribe to me. I want you to like me. I want you to review. I want you to make me better. I want to become a millionaire. No, that is not what this video series is about. I refuse to say that. I refuse to do that. I have a higher standard, integrity. I want to help you. I want you to become writers. I want to see you write. So that's why I'm going to say subscribe here, like, dislike, thumbs up, thumbs down, review here, because I feel every video is a precious time capsule and I want to get to the point. I'd rather not waste your time, my time, anybody's time with all unnecessary subscribing ploys. I get it. Because a lot of people want to become famous. I don't care if I'm famous through this. This is going to be kind of a hobby, a side thing. I'm going to try my best to have at least 1 video per week. If I get more popular than I thought, I'll try 2. If I get a lot more popular than I've ever dreamed, I might do 3. But again, I can't promise all these videos every single week because I have a life. I expect you to have lives. I want you to have lives. I want you to really have a life. Find a boyfriend, get a girlfriend, get fans, get family, get friends, go party, go camping, do something. You don't have to stay in front of the computer and watch me. These videos will be here. I'm not going to promise a day. I'm not going to promise a time. I'm not going to promise dates. I'm just going to promise that I'm going to try. And yes, do or don't. Let's talk about Yoda, but I'm going to try 1 video per week right now because I'm not sure where this is going to go. And I'm not pushing for subscribers. I'm not pushing for likes. I'm not even pushing for a lot of help. I want this to be beneficial for everybody. And I don't want people to feel like they have to like me because I'd rather be honest and I really want to hear reviews. And again, if you just have simple sentences, I might ask you for more questions. Be prepared for that because I'm very inquisitive and I love asking questions. I'm sorry, but you will. And of course, I hope in my heart of hearts that I'll finally get a little braver and talk about my own stories because I have so many ideas. I would love to read some of my own stories. I want to share, I want to show you, and hopefully somewhere out there I'll inspire someone. I want to be inspiration because it's originally why I wanted to be a teacher. Again, that will be a video on it all itself. I'm not a teacher, but I want to help writers write. I really do. Because in the end, it is the journey that is worth it. It is not the destination of publishing. It's not the destination to get $1 million. It's not the destination to get a movie. Congratulations if you get that far. Congratulations. I really hope someday you might get there. But it is the journey. It's like life. It is the journey. There is so many chapters you need to understand before you get to publishing. And it's okay that it might take a couple years. It might take a couple dozen. It might take a couple rejection letters. It might take a couple million no's. But someday, you might get a yes. Someday, you might inspire somebody. Someday, you might get that book to somebody who really needs it. Because I feel in my heart of hearts, especially with all these books behind me, they had an audience member they never met. But the moment they publish it and they get that audience member to say, yes, you inspired me, you made me fall in love with different ideas and themes and plots and characters, and you inspired me to become a writer, I'd say that is the greatest gift any writer can give. And I really hope that I can do that too. Again, I'm not published. I actually shouldn't really say I'm not published because I was in a college paper, and I will probably read that for fun just to show you what I've written. And I'll probably give you the backstory of it, or I might have that to be 2 separate videos so you can enjoy the story I've written for my paper and then see the other side of it to see where the inspiration, how I wrote it, how long it took me, how many drafts I had to write, how to edit, how to revise, on and on and on. Anyways, I think I'll end here with the solemn promise that I will have one of the grammar videos starting soon. I am currently devising if I want to just have it be the simple parts of speech, if I want to have just nouns. I'm just going to spend some time developing that video and then I'll probably get that ready. So for right now, I'd like to say thank you for watching. If you're interested, subscribe. And I would really like to get reviews. If you find ways to make me a better YouTuber, by all means, explain it to me. I would love to hear it. I would love to be as acceptable, as revisable, but also as enjoyable as all those other YouTube channel people are. Now, I will also say Zoom is also new to me, so please don't quote too much about how I'm acting on Zoom. I am trying my best to make sure that I'm not too animated because it might be a little shocking to watch the video. Also, I'm trying to be as capable and learn as much as possible, especially this. This is a very old microphone, and I got it with a writing program. And to be quite honest, I might get better speakers in the future if this becomes a lot more popular. If it does, then great. I'll try and get more advanced and more better with every step I take. But right now, it's just going to be this. I apologize if it's fuzzy or if anything is wrong. And if in the background you heard my washer, I'm sorry. You might be hearing things in the background. I also own 3 dogs. You might hear them in the background. Again, I apologize. Hopefully, it won't be too much sound, but I want to promise at least I will attempt to be entertaining. I will attempt to make this channel worth it. So I hope that you enjoyed yourselves. I hope you'll stick around because for those of you who will, I will be eternally grateful and thank you. And we shall see where this goes. So I am Meg Author. It has been a pleasure. And I will say until next time, adieu.